Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Echo. Welcome back today to an updated video of my video earlier on. Now if you did miss it, what happened today is Minecraft Pocket Edition Android users have been given a brand new beta. And this is known as version 1.0.3.0, and nobody really knows why we got the beta. Now I still think the beta was a mistake, and this was meant to be a normal update, and I do expect Windows 10 and iOS users to get this very soon. But I've done a little bit of research over the past couple of hours. I've asked friends what exactly happened. Now this was not really a feature update, meaning that they didn't introduce any new items, they didn't introduce any new blocks, there is no iron nuggets, there is no trading, etc. This update is actually really important, but it's not really important for the everyday user such as some of you guys and me. This is a really important update for server owners and coders. Now, first off, some of you may have noticed one specific change, and that is to do with the server listing. So if you go to play, if you have a bunch of servers on your friends list and you scroll down, it always had a question mark. That has now been fixed. So for example, you can see the lifeboat explains what versions it's on, Mineplex explains what version it's on. This was gone for a really long time, so that has now been fixed, and a lot of people really requested this. It was posted on the bug tracker many times, so some of you probably have noticed this already. If not, it only seems like a minor change for us, but for server owners, this is really big. Now earlier on I did explain to you guys that Shogi tweeted a couple of things, and he specifically tweeted this, saying a wild transfer packet appeared. Now I actually thought that this was in regards to them sending a beta out, but it turns out that the transfer packet is, for example, when you join a server and you click on a villager, for example on Mineplex, and it takes you to a new game. This is exactly what they've done. It gives you the ability to travel from one location to another, so from one server to another location. That's kind of the best way I can explain it in layman's term. Now Shogi recently has retweeted something, and he's retweeted this from Guron, who's actually a good friend of mine, who explained to me what this means. It says hashtag MCPE 1.0.3, oh my god, that data, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Now if you're an everyday player like me and like some of you guys, this really just looks like a bunch of numbers and a bunch of text. But if you're a server owner and you're a coder, this is really important. So what this means here is server owners can actually detect what system people are playing on. So for example, what device. So for example, if I joined a server, they'll be able to tell that I'm using a NVIDIA Shield. They'll be able to tell what people are using Windows 10 edition, what people are using an iPad, what people are using Android, and all that good stuff. Now the reason why this is important for a lot of server owners is because as a Windows 10 user, when I join Minecraft Pocket Edition servers, if I join Survivor games, it's quite easy for me to win Survivor games. So basically, server owners can categorize different devices. So they could send all Windows 10 users to be in one section, all Pocket Edition users to be in one section. Now the interesting thing about this is, Mojang really didn't want to release what device people were using. However, they've changed their mind and it's now been released. So although to me and you guys that this update isn't important because it didn't introduce village trading, it didn't introduce stained glass, overall as a server owner and a coder, this is really big for them. Now again, as for the beta, nobody knows why it was a beta, only Mojang know why it was a beta. But I do think this was meant to just be a standard update for Minecraft Pocket Edition. So I expect this to hit Windows 10 soon, iOS soon, and fully on Android as well. But again, the only changes that we physically have noticed within the game is, of course, the server option, which displays the server, how many people are on the server, etc. And there's like 23,000 people on Lifeboat. That's a lot of people. Also, the other thing that they did change, guys, if I go to settings and I go to languages, they did introduce a new language, which I believe was for the Netherlands. I think that's what they did do. But yeah, that's pretty much the changes. There has been a lot of bug fixes as well, confirmed by DonGeek. They did do a bunch of bug fixing. As me making this video, I'm still waiting for the official changelog. I might update you with the changelog if I feel that I haven't covered it in these past two videos, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what happened. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Hopefully you can finally see how many people are on a server. It's only a minor change to me, but to other people it's a really big change. Have a great day, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you next time.